Hi guys, welcome to Tell Us program with Iyanoluwa. My name is Iyanoluwa Owadasha, and if this is your first time of joining Tell Us program is a program where we get to discuss realities of the principles of life, and we also have some fun discussion. So yes, welcome, and welcome. So on the show today, I have an amazing guest. Yes, my guests are always amazing, so you should know that I don't give you nonsense. So the name of my guest is. Thank you so much for coming to Johnny. Thank you so much. So yes, our topic of discussion is layers in life. You know, life itself has different layers. Even the way we from mother's womb, let me take it back to the fact that we're growing gradually to where we are now. It's layers on its own. So yes, TJ, what's that thing that keeps you going in life?
Okay, so thank you very much for that question. You as a normal Nigerian, an average Nigerian, I think you should just look at your environment and you just have to keep going. I don't think there should be any special time. You don't need any extra motivation to say that. Okay, I need to get it right. So you have to just look at your environment, where you're coming from. For example, if you're in trenches, baby, you know that you can't just remain in trenches. You just need to work harder so that you can get to that exact point that you need to be. So for someone like me, it's just that thing. I'm not baby, bro. So I have to.
Yeah, you have to buckle up and do it more.
So there's no special motivation. You just have to hit the ground. Just keep positive. This is not the point you want to be. You just have to get to the next point. In your mind, you know what you know. Okay, I want to get martial by the age of 25. You need to work hard for that. So I think that's the part. That's the part. My whole environment can't just allow me to lay low, just me sleeping back and say because I have this thing at the back of my garden so I can pluck from it. And I just have to keep going because of my environment, my economy. It doesn't allow me to just stay low, so I have to get it. Understand? So that's just it. There's no special motivation.
So how do you define success? And looking at it, have you been able to achieve it?
Okay, well. If you look around, for someone like me, I would say that success for everybody is in different forms. You understand? You as a person, you know what you want, you know what you desire in your life. You understand? If you want to be a great person, you should be able to work yourself around what you wish to be. You understand? So for me, success is a journey. You understand? For every task, you need to be able to say, okay, this is the goal I've set for myself. This is what I want to achieve within this period. Okay, for someone like me now, after my ND days, I said I just wanted to get BSc. You understand? I want to get BSc. I must get this thing all across. And you know what I have to do? I have to go all over again. And okay, I think I don't have a single thing. Let me just go and get this thing once. I was already over it, but I felt like, no, I have to get this thing. Without even looking at the kind of people that I was with during that period. So I have to go back again, do everything all over again. And I was able to get what I wanted at the end of the day. So this is a journey. For every stage in life, you tend to achieve, okay, this is my goal. You're able to achieve this, you move to the next one. So for me, success is a journey, and at least for a certain period of time, I think I've been able to achieve some level. Even though I'm not
there yet, but it is way more better than
where I was coming from. You understand? So that's for me.
So if you could have a dinner with an historical figure, who would you be and why?
Well, if it's an historical figure, I would say it was science, political science, or someone that has gone, or someone that is present.
Anyone.
Okay, for someone like me, I've always admired Donald Trump. Yeah, I know he's a controversial person. But you know what? There's this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I actually started reading that book 2020, and I didn't even know much about the book. But at the end of the day, I saw that it was the best-selling product with Robert Kiyosaki. So I feel like what has made these guys successful over the years? This man has been rich over for like 1997 or so, or you can imagine. And now we still feel like, okay, after all this chain of business, hotel and the likes, boots, okay, what's the next thing that I want to go into? He decided to branch into politics, and this man is still there. And for someone like me, when Donald Trump came into power, I feel like this man makes people wealthy. Yes, he makes people wealthy. Now, there are a lot of things that I read about Rich Dad Poor Dad before COVID-19 actually set in. And I saw that immediately, that part I read in that book, immediately it set in. It was like I was seeing a vision already from the book. Do you understand? Okay, that part says that anytime there is a kind of what happened, maybe a social occurrence or a devastating period for a certain period of time, trust me, there are new set of millennials coming, new set of world people coming. And for real,
That was what I was
COVID came in February also. And the next thing, a lot of guys cashed in on Bitcoin and the likes, and they actually saw somewhere they invested in Bitcoin at $5,000. And today, these guys are multi-millionaires. So you're able to cash in that, okay, this period, something is going to happen. You understand? Something is going to happen. So Donald Trump is a controversial person, but he knows how to make people wealthy, just like himself.
So, but if you could change something about the world, what will it be?
Well, for someone like me, not because of my background, I feel it's parenting. Yeah, parenting. For some of these, let me just say, for some of these younger guys that are coming after us, I feel a lot of them are actually somehow their upbringing is different from ours. Millennial babies, let me just feel like that. So the way we were brought up is kind of really different from the way they are growing. Yeah, they're growing fast, they are making money easily, but how about their impact? I don't really get it. You understand? Yes, technology is helping us to shape a lot of things, but these guys don't seem to even care about the millennials anymore. You understand? It's just like, I do see some things on like old money, where you have those old money like all these hotel and they like to keep it silent. But you see these new guys that are making money, they don't care. They just want, hey, I don't, do you understand? So I think a lot of it comes back from parenting. And I think the Bible says that teacher win the law and they know what to not depart from it. That's what the Bible says. So I think parenting is one of those things that I don't want to if given the chance.
So what is the most important lesson that you have learned in your failure? Because it's not possible that in this fair of life that one hasn't faced one failure or the other. What is that one lesson that you have learned?
Oh, it's quite enough. But the thing I've always fought against myself is procrastination. I'm this kind of person. I like to say that I'll do this thing later now. I'll do this later. But at the end of the day, you realize that by the time you are getting to that point, you are rushing yourself to get to that target that you wanted to do. And at the end of the day, it actually made me lost a lot of clients. Understand? Along the line, I said, okay, no worries. I will deliver. Don't worry. I will deliver for you guys. No worries. By the end of the day, I could not deliver. So that's one thing that I don't want to go out to. I actually learned that you can't be procrastinating about everything. You need to, when you want to get to work, just get the work done once and for all.
So what is one thing that you're passionate about? Apart from school or work, what is one thing that you're passionate about?
Me as a person, I think just number one is money. One is money. So, but aside that, it's just football and music. Football and music. There's no two ways about it. Just football. If you check my post now, it's football, it's music. That's all.
Okay, so let me ask this very tricky question.
Okay.
If you could actually switch your life with somebody for a day, who would it be and why?
Well, like you said, it's just a tricky question. Even though I would not want to switch my life with anybody, because you don't know what is happening in someone's life. You don't want to go and step your shoes inside. So, but just if, let me say, Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, someone like that. That guy has a lot of things going on in his life. Considering the kind of background the guy has, it's not easy to keep your head low, to be calm, coming from a very poor background, and you're making it, and not just making it, you are making it big, like you are a world star. almost everywhere. This guy is compared to the likes of Michael Jackson. Understand that? In every single country you mention them, they are there. You understand? So someone like that, how do you feel now? How does it feel to be like a renowned star now? Just one single post, you are making millions already. So, someone like that.
Okay, so what's one biggest risk that you have ever taken, and did you eventually want it?
Risk. Yeah, I think I've taken a lot of risk. I've actually taken a lot of risk, like saying like, I've given some of my school fees. If you can't do what you want to do, I send it back. Already. I've also taken a risk when I had to go write exam without tech. I had an exam around 3 p.m. maybe afternoon. And that was my POP. That was the day I was supposed to get a certificate at my iOS because I didn't change the MD on the blacks.
Yeah.
So I had to like take back all the way from my PPE back to Offa, from Offa. I had a lorry and I had an exam at 3 p.m. without a home washer. So that's one big risk I can say that I have taken. And another thing, probably switching from school to work. And I said, don't worry, I'll manage it too. I'll go back to school now. So I think it has paid off. In fact, that's really paid off for me because if I didn't switch from school then to work, like, let me just go and getting this professional job and so I can manage it too. Probably life would have been somehow have I by the time I'm done with school. So that's some kind of good place now.
I will take you back to one of the things you said at 3 p.m. Were you not able to meet up?
Oh, that it was not funny at the end of the day. Yeah, I think I was able to meet up that day. I met up with them, even though I was probably 30 minutes late and medical students or medical association. They're just like,
they know you.
Okay. Yeah, because something actually happened on the level, something like that. In fact, that one they were already done. Like exam don't finish, everybody don't go out. Like everybody was done. But thank God for I used to say that was one of my great stories because I don't even know anybody. I was at home already back in Ogbomoso and I told my guy I was going to say, see they don't finish exam. See, you go still go first. Go first. I said, make I go. Okay, the next time school was closer to where I used to stay back then I didn't care. So I feel like I came to the school and I saw one of the IT guys because they used to do CBT on the level for lots of guys. So I was just chemistry, core course. So I walked with one of the guys there. I said, bro, I beg, I'm not still finishing now. I'm just gone. I think already. He said, are you serious? I said, yes. Yeah, look where I said, okay. You shall know what you want to write. I said, look, I shall know the first. And that was like the guy was, I think Michael was his name, or what's his name there? It was, bro, it was good, yeah, not game. I did my own level then in chemistry, so that was one of another big piece I took back then. So
okay, so yes, TJ. If there is something that you could tell somebody now about life, what will it be? Like anybody, like you need to know this thing about life. What would that thing be?
Okay, so I like this question, and I think just 2 or 3 days ago I met with a guy in my area and he was asking this same kind of question, like, bro, how is life after school? I said, IDP. I said, well, thank God for your own self. You have something called handwork. You understand? So, and the same thing I would never tell anybody coming behind you. That was the same thing I told him. He said, please get handwork. I said the fact that yes, you have 2-1, you have distinction, you have this. Please get handwork. If you have handwork, even while you're in school, you can work with that. You don't want to go through some of the things that we went through back then in school. I used to tell some of the stories that I did back then in school. I used to go write exam for people in another faculty who say the most, because I didn't have any means to survive back then in school. So, please get your handwork. I don't want to know. Maybe if it is just barbering or hairdressing or selling or anything, just get handwork. Please. It's very, very important in the next stage of where we are going now. And don't forget to get the digital skills also. Some of the things that we are not getting after NYSC, and I say, okay, do data analytics, do this, do data science, it should be part of the curriculum. Not necessarily curriculum. You as a person, like, you should that. After school, what you want to venture into. Okay, so I said that I came to school to study medicine, or I came to study all of these other courses that we have in school, accountancy. You should be able to say that, okay, I was able to get a certification in Power BI. You understand? I was able to get something in database management for myself, or you understand those kind of things. Or I've been able to get UI UX certification. I have a lot of brothers that do that when they were. In fact, we're already getting invited to invest by Google. You understand? So I suggest that just get something so that it will not be too tough on your parents that are sending you. So because life is a journey. Before you know it,
you just time has gone.
So that's one advice.
Beautiful. So yes, let me just ask a fun question so that we can wrap up the segment. So yes, if you won $1 million, what would you do with it?
Me for one, I don't like 9 to 5. I don't do it. So that should be bad. I feel like if you have $1 million, you should be financially free. And financial freedom is very key in a man's life. In a woman's life also, but in a man's life, financial freedom is key. So you as a person, as a man, you know that you want to settle down for a business that will grow. You understand? Even though you are not employing people, just your own personal business that you feel you can grow. For example, life has gotten a lot easier. Yes, look at you now, you do content creation, and once you post some of these videos online and it gets to eat the night and you're able to get a lot of retweets and stuff like that, you're making your funds from it. So you understand? So if you make $1 million from something like this, you want to propagate yourself more, you want to be seen. You understand? So for me, getting $1 million means I'll have to first settle down, get a project that I want to invest into. Yeah. It's not me putting money inside banks and telling me credit to it. No.
I mean, moving back
So I'll definitely get a business running. It doesn't have I have business running. I have proposals already. So now the money the before.
So is there something that you're doing that you want people to know? The social media handle, you want them to reach you or something?
Well, I because the kind of business I do currently. Because I'm not the one handling the cars, I just try to promote the person's business. Then, if you're interested in buying the car, just like a middleman for the person, for the car dealer himself. So, and I have people at the port that does this kind of thing, that bringing cars. So, if you're somebody that likes this particular, people do reach out like, how far? Do you have Toyota 2008 uniform? Like, okay, let me check in my yard. So, something like that. That's what I basically do, and I did post a lot of it on my WhatsApp status. So I don't have an IG because I am not the one that is selling the cars. So
but they can always reach you on WhatsApp or anything. Definitely. Okay, so definitely you will see. I'll drop his number. He's showing already. So yes, you can always reach out to him. Oh. Thank you so much, TJ, for coming. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate your time.
So let's go and tell Ronaldo to come and shoot this hour.
No problem. And Donald Trump, Thank you so much. So on that beautiful note, we're signing out to say, see you again next time.